Hello and welcome to FYI Weekly, your official source for the latest news and information from the city of Greensboro. The Greensboro Police Department's motor unit is joining forces with officers from UNCG Police and North Carolina A&T Police to place the spotlight on pedestrian safety at several downtown crosswalks. The initiative is part of Watch for Me North Carolina, a statewide campaign to improve pedestrian safety by using educational safety messages and enforcement to influence the behaviors of pedestrians, bicyclists, and drivers. Officers from all three agencies watched for crosswalk and crossing violations by motorists, bicyclists, and pedestrians on roads surrounding the Greensboro History Museum, Richardson Park, LeBauer Park, the Central Library, the Greensboro Art Center, the Children's Museum, and the Church Street parking deck. Officer Dion Carter with GPD's motor unit says in too many instances, drivers are unaware of or are ignoring laws requiring them to yield to pedestrians at crosswalks. We also see pedestrians are failing to use crosswalks. The crosswalks are designed to make pedestrians more visible to motorists and are in places where people can safely cross based on the flow of traffic. Not using crosswalks increases the chances for a collision. Officers use police motorcycles along with marked and unmarked vehicles during the safety blitz to bring awareness to the dangers of failing to yield to pedestrians, as well as pedestrian signal and crosswalk noncompliance. In Greensboro this year, 10 pedestrians were killed due to collisions with vehicles. The city of Greensboro is hosting an open house for residents to view and discuss plans for 2 new downtown parking decks. The floating meeting will take place from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. on Tuesday, December 12th at the International Civil Rights Center and Museum located at 134 South Elm Street. This is a drop-in session, so residents may attend at any time during the 3-hour time frame. The city is currently planning the addition of 2 new downtown parking decks, one at February 1 Place and the other at the intersection of Eugene and Belmead Streets. The workshop will give residents an opportunity to review maps and concepts and speak directly with city staff. The public is also invited to attend an open house to learn more about a request to rename all or a portion of Aycock Street and Westover Terrace. The meeting will take place from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. on Wednesday, December 13th at the Old North State Boy Scout Council office located at 1405 Westover Terrace. The request being considered is to honor Josephine Boyd, the first African American to attend Grimsley High School, by naming a section of or all of Aycock and Westover Terrace to Josephine Boyd Street. For more information about the proposal or the open house, contact Steve Galanti and the Planning Department at 336-373-2918. The Greensboro Urban Ministry, the Interactive Resource Center, or IRC, and the YWCA will partner to ensure individuals experiencing homelessness will stay warm on the coldest winter nights at warming centers and seasonal shelters. The January 2017 Guilford County point-in-time count found 573 people experiencing homelessness. Some 104 were unsheltered. The City of Greensboro's winter emergency response plan will be in effect through March 31, 2018. The plan triggers a white flag emergency when the forecast calls for temperatures of 25 degrees or lower for at least 2 consecutive hours. During the 2016-17 winter season, white flag emergency conditions were declared on 22 days. As many as 130 people visited warming stations each night. In the 3 years since the partnership formed, Greensboro has not lost any member of our community for a lack of shelter from the winter weather. Under white flag conditions, emergency warming centers with relaxed admission rules open at the YWCA and IRC. The IRC expands its operations to a 24-hour service, coordinating the emergency response efforts and serving as a welcome center. Urban Ministries Lobby also serves as a warming center. Beginning this month, Urban Ministry will also open 5 Weaver Extension sites, adding 71 seasonal shelter beds to the 135 year-round beds offered at Urban Ministries Weaver House and the YWCA Family Shelter, and the space for 16 families at Urban Ministries Pathways Center. Faith Step Ministries Church, Grace Community Church, New Jerusalem Cathedral at Summit House, Mount Zion Baptist Church and West Market Street, United Methodist Church have space for 12 to 20 people available by referral. The white flag will be flying outside the IRC at 407 East Washington Street on days when the warming centers will be open. Individuals in need of shelter on a white flag night should visit or call the IRC at 336-332-0824. In an effort to help our employees and residents improve their quality of life, the city has partnered with Cone Health for a series of brief and informative videos designed to inspire you to get fit and stay fit. Let's check in with our friends at Cone Health for today's News for Your Health.
Hi, I'm Nadeem Akhtar, one of the psychiatrists here at Cone Behavioral Health, and we have Neil Mashburn, our physician assistant. We're going to talk about an important topic. As we know, the winter is coming, days are getting shorter, there's going to be decreased sunlight. It can affect people in certain ways. Some people can have depression and sadness. So we're going to talk to you and we're going to take you through winter blues and beyond, and how to and when to get help for it. Now we're going to talk about how to recognize the winter blues or holiday blues. Some of the common things are people may start feeling sad or unhappy for no reason. Some people may actually start overeating and they're spending more time in the kitchen. Some people may sleep less, some people may sleep more. Although the nights are already longer, but they go to bed early, they wake up late. Some people may start complaining of headaches, irritability, having more arguments with the family members. Some people may start not wanting to go to the gym or cut down on their outdoor activities. People may feel tired and unmotivated, exhausted. Some people may start indulgence in more alcohol and drugs and feel more worryful and start having more anxiety symptoms.
Here's some tips for coping with the holidays. Number one, set realistic expectations. Make a schedule and stick to it. And in that schedule, be sure to put plenty of downtime for yourself so you can relax and enjoy the holidays. Also, be sure to get plenty of rest, continue to exercise, and try to eat healthy. Take a break from social media. Spend time with your family. Engage. Turn off that computer, shut off that cell phone, and be involved with the family.
Now we're going to talk about the warning signs of winter blues. It is important to recognize it so that you can get help. Some of the common things that can happen is dysfunction. Dysfunction can be in any way. You can start skipping school, not going to work, calling in sick, unmotivated, not able to do the things that you were enjoying before, like social activities. Other things to worry about is hopelessness. People start feeling as if there's no light at the end of the tunnel. Crying spells. You're getting more irritable with the family and friends and small things bother you too much. Feeling of guilt, as if you're recalling the past events which are traumatizing. Excessive sleepiness, not taking care of your personal hygiene. The most important thing is some people start losing weight. If the loss in weight is more than 5% or the gain in weight is more than 5%, it's definitely a sign that this is more than winter blues. You may turning into a major depressive disorder, and it is time to get help.
So when and where to get help? Again, if you have feelings of hopelessness, anxiety, and depression that seem particularly intense and don't go away, or if you're having suicidal ideation or a family history of depression or mental illness, you can always talk to your family doctor, or you can call Cone Behavioral Health, Kernersville Med Center. We're here. Thanks for joining us. We hope we've been able to provide you with some helpful information. If you or someone you care about is experiencing depression or the holiday blues, help is available. For more information, go to conehealth.com/behavioral health.
The City of Greensboro receives top honors in a review of large employers in the Triad. We'll have that story and more news coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. The City of Greensboro is one of 16 employers across the Triad to receive the Triad's Healthiest Employers Award presented by the Triad Business Journal. The city ranked first place in its category of large employers, which consist of companies with 1,000 to 3,000 employees. In its 7th year of the awards program, the Triad Business Journal works with Healthiest Employer LLC to provide unbiased wellness information to employers. Greensboro was lauded for its Health Reward program, which tracks participation with employees earning cash and paid time off by completing an annual health assessment, biometric screening, and preventative visits, along with attending educational programs or participating in a fitness program. City employees can also take boot camp or yoga classes at one of 3 gym facilities available to employees. Operation Bedroll is accepting sleeping mats made from crocheted plastic bags, asking them to be placed in collection boxes at all city libraries until January 15th. There is also a drop-off box at Reconsidered Goods located at 2805 Patterson Street. Operation Bedroll is a collaboration between GPD, field operations, and the library in an effort to keep non-recyclable materials out of the landfill while providing the homeless with a mat to sleep on this winter. The bedrolls provide an insulating layer to prevent the loss of body heat for someone who sleeps outdoors. Greensboro's residential recycling program does not accept plastic bags, which can get tangled in sorting machines at the recycling center. Residents may recycle plastic bags and other plastic wrap or film items at participating local retailers such as grocery stores. All materials must be clean, dry, and free of food residue prior to being recycled. The 2018 Friends of Greensboro Parks and Recreation Foundation fundraising calendar is now on sale. The calendar costs $12 plus $3 if it's going to be shipped when the calendar is purchased online. The money raised through sales will provide financial assistance for children to participate in parks and recreation programs. The calendar was created in partnership between the nonprofit foundation and a group of professional and amateur photographers. Photographers Christian Ward, Carolyn DeBerry, Doug Swanson, Fabio Camara, Lynn Donovan, Scott Mothersbaugh, Jerry Walford, Rob Landwerman, Ed Sink, and Ted Partrick donated the images featured throughout the calendar. Purchases can be made either online or in person weekdays from 9 a.m. to 4:45 p.m. at the Parks and Recreation headquarters located at 1001 4th Street. Learn more about the Friends of Greensboro Parks and Recreation Foundation by visiting the group's website. In an effort to spotlight and celebrate the entrepreneurs, the artists, the community builders, and essentially the next generation of leaders, the City of Greensboro is proud to partner with Action Greensboro to introduce our Made in Greensboro series. This day, we place the spotlight on the Executive Director of the Guilford Green Foundation, Ivan Canada. Ivan Canada's job in D.C. evaporated when the dot-com bubble burst. It was unfortunate but fortuitous because it led him back to his hometown where he would reinvent himself as a leader of Greensboro's young professional and nonprofit community. He soon became an active member of the community, participating in Action Greensboro's early efforts to engage young professionals in the city. From there, he began volunteering with other local civic and nonprofit groups and landed at the Guilford Green Foundation, an LGBTQ organization, as project manager and executive director. Greensboro is one of fewer than 15 cities in the country that has a dedicated foundation for the LGBTQ community. Ivan currently serves as the executive director for the National Conference for Community and Justice, or NCCJ, of the Piedmont Triad, a nonprofit that encourages respect and understanding among people of different religions, races, cultures, sexual orientations, and socioeconomic backgrounds. To learn more about Made in Greensboro or to see more images taken by photographers Jerry Walford and Scott Mothersbaugh, visit the Action Greensboro website at madeingso.com. The Greensboro Parks and Recreation Department is hosting a delegation of colleagues at the 2017 Carolinas Joint Conference taking place this week at the Corey Convention Center. The Recreation and Parks Association's conference will take place December 11th through 13th, bringing together more than 1,000 professionals from North and South Carolina to learn from their respective parks and recreation operations. This year's theme, Parks and Recreation More Than You Think, embraces the fact that progressive agencies do more than provide activities to offset residents' spare time. Greensboro is proud to build better lives and a better community, and we're excited to show our peers from across the region exactly what Greensboro Parks and Recreation has to offer. Education is the key to success, often rewarded by job promotions, which usually yield higher earnings. Coming up after the break, we'll give you an overview of GTCC education programs designed to help adults create a path to success by helping them earn a high school diploma. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. Guilford Technical Community College has an extensive program focused on adult education geared toward helping adults earn a high school diploma. From there, they can move towards a college degree. Joining me now to tell us about the various offerings at GTCC is Zelidith Blakely. She is the Associate Dean of the Adult Education Program. Hello, Zelidith. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I'm so glad to have you here because what you're promoting through GTCC is very crucial for some adults in our community who may have missed the opportunity to get a high school diploma. So could you tell us what falls under adult education and where do they go for these programs?
Sure. Well, underneath the adult education umbrella, we have 3 programs. One is adult basic education, which is primarily for those adults who function below the high school level. And then we have adult secondary ed, which is for adults who are seeking, well, all are seeking a high school credential, but when they enter the adult secondary program, they're either seeking a high school equivalency or the adult high school diploma. And then we also serve English for speakers of other languages, people whose native language is something other than English.
Okay, and we do have a very diverse population here, so I'm sure that's a very popular program. For folks who aren't really familiar, you say there's a high school equivalency versus the high school diploma. What's the difference?
Well, with the high school equivalency, most people identify with GED, but it's an exam, an equivalency exam, that says that once you've successfully completed that exam, you have the same knowledge as someone who's attended a traditional high school setting where they've earned credits. So with the equivalency exam, you're passing an exam. With the adult high school diploma, you're actually taking credits similarly to that you would do if you were in a traditional high school setting.
Okay, well, it's nice that you offer both options. And with that, you have so many offerings as it is under adult education. Will there be any new programs that you add in 2018?
Well, what I didn't mention was our Basic Skills Plus program, which is a program which is really neat because it allows our students who are seeking that high school credential to continue on that path at the same time as they are earning a skill or learning a skill or some sort of certification. So we have, GTCC has been approved for several pathways. One of the most popular ones is our Certified Nursing Assistant, but then there's a pathway for aviation, there's one for global logistics, there's a call center pathway. So the really neat thing about it is that someone can graduate with not just one credential, but 2, and then from an economic standpoint, some of the fees can be waived. So if you took some of those courses like the global logistics or the CNA classes, there would be a fee associated if you did it absent Basic Skills Plus, but with Basic Skills Plus we're able to waive some of the costs.
Okay, and it sounds like with the pathways that you just listed, this is an opportunity to immediately be gainfully employed once you finish these programs.
That is the intent.
Wonderful, and that ties in with a lot of other community initiatives to really break the cycle of poverty and create some opportunities for people to not only be educated but actually uplift and move their lives forward.
Exactly.
So having said that, if someone's watching and they're interested or they know someone who should be interested in any of the adult education programs, the pathway programs you mentioned, how can they get enrolled and is there a cost associated with this?
Well, all of our programs are free. The only cost associated with any of it is if someone is seeking a high school equivalency, the actual cost of the exam. But to take our courses, books, materials, any of those things, tuition, all of it is free. And then if someone were interested in actually enrolling, they would actually go to our website at gtcc.edu, and underneath the continuing education programs, they would find adult education.
Okay, well, thank you, Zelidith Blakely. This is amazing to know that all of that is for the taking for free, and it's right here in Guilford County.
Absolutely.
Well, come back and see us and keep us posted as you have new offerings and new opportunities and new pathway programs.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Stay tuned for a little known fact about Greensboro as we tell you something about the city that's coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back. One way to stay informed about what's happening in the city is by attending or tuning in to city council meetings. The Greensboro City Council meetings are open to the public, but if you can't attend, we broadcast the meetings live right here on GTN. Council meetings take place at 5:30 p.m. on the first and third Tuesdays of the month on Level 2 of the Melvin Municipal Office Building located at 300 West Washington Street. Beginning in January, Council's first meeting of the month will primarily be focused on receiving public comment, recognition and presentations, and consent items. The meeting occurring on the third Tuesday of the month will primarily be for public hearings and business items with no public comment. The fourth Tuesday of the month will be reserved for a meeting as needed. To review the council meeting schedule and agendas, please visit greensboro-nc.gov/council meetings. Here's an opportunity to learn a little something about the city. The city of Greensboro scored an 82 out of 100 possible points in the latest listing of the Human Rights Campaign's Municipal Equality Index, or MEI. This marks the third consecutive year Greensboro placed first among all other cities in North and South Carolina. The MEI examines the laws, policies, and services of municipalities and rates them on their basis of inclusivity of lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer people who live and work in the city. Greensboro received perfect scores in 3 out of 5 categories: municipal services, law enforcement, and relationship with the LGBTQ community. The city has long included sexual orientation in its equal employment opportunity policy and scored points for the city's commitment to fully include the LGBTQ community and to advocate for full equality. The annual MEI is produced by the Human Rights Campaign, which represents more than 1.5 million members and supporters of LGBTQ equality in the U.S. The full MEI listing is available on the city's website. Coming up after the break, we'll showcase our city department spotlight, but first, prepare to mark your calendar for all the great events being featured this week on the town.
Hey, this is Jody. The merriment continues this week as we count down to the holidays. If your son or daughter is a top chef in the making, be sure to register for the upcoming teen cooking class at the Greensboro Children's Museum. Call 336-574-2898 or go online at gcmuseum.com to register for this popular class. The wildly popular Grammy-nominated Celtic supergroup Cherish the Ladies are coming to Greensboro to present Celtic Christmas this Friday at 8 p.m. The one performance-only event will take place at the Van Dyke Performance Space located in the Cultural Arts Center. Don't miss them as they put their signature mark on classic carols such as O Come All Ye Faithful and Silent Night. For more information, visit thevandyke.org. On Saturday, be part of Wreaths Across America, where volunteers will place wreaths on the graves of veterans starting at 11 a.m. at Forest Lawn Cemetery. Since 2013, Greensboro became the 27th community in North Carolina and one of more than 800 communities nationwide involved in Wreaths Across America, a program dedicated to placing wreaths at veterans' graves every December. You can be part of this special tribute. For more information, go to greensboro-nc.gov/forestlawn. Guess who's coming to town? Here's a hint. He has a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. Meet Santa in LeBauer Park this Saturday. Free pictures with Santa and a view of Janet Eckelman's Where We Met before the sculpture is stowed away for the winter. There'll be holiday music, performances, and craft vendors will be on site. You won't want to miss this festive event. Check out the LeBauer Park Facebook page for details on all upcoming events. If you need a break from jingling bells and heartfelt carols by the fireside, take your Christmas cheer ringside. Jewstone Foundation is presenting its Christmas Battle December 14th at the Warnersville Community Center. Admission is free and the first bell rings at 6 p.m. Enjoy crafts and some Christmas wrestling with some of Santa's toughest elves. For more information, please call 336-382-0044. Keep watching FYI Weekly right here on GTN to find out more about events happening on the town.
Welcome back. The city of Greensboro has more than 20 departments and several divisions committed to serving you, our residents and visitors. Let's go behind the scenes in our department spotlight. Guilford Metro 911 is a consolidated public safety answering point serving Greensboro and Guilford County. This is the first point of contact for the community to reach public safety emergency responders 24 hours a day, 7 days a week when they dial 911. Guilford Metro 911 is organized into 4 divisions: administration, emergency communications, technical services, and support services. There are 130 employees who are responsible for call intake and dispatch. They serve agencies such as the Greensboro Police Department, Greensboro Fire Department, Guilford County Emergency Medical Services, Piedmont Triad Ambulance and Rescue, Guilford County Sheriff's Office, and each of the Guilford County Fire Districts. Thank you to Guilford Metro 911 and all of our first responders for all you do to help us during an emergency. On the other side of the break is this week's Way to Go GSO shout-out. Stay with us. As we draw to a close, we always want to end on a positive note with our Way to Go GSO shout-out. Congratulations to Mayor Pro Tem Yvonne Johnson. She is the recipient of the prestigious Order of the Longleaf Pine Award. This is the state's highest honor presented by Governor Roy Cooper. This award is given to individuals who have been in public service either on the municipal, county, or state level for at least 30 years. Congratulations and thank you, Mayor Pro Tem Johnson, for your many years of service to the Greensboro community. That concludes this edition of FYI Weekly, but you can easily stay connected to the latest city news by linking to us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. For all of us here at the City of Greensboro, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.